wanted to know, because I spoke to your wife earlier on,
Yeah.
and she said you suffered from suicidal behaviors, and how did you get to that point, and how did you overcome? Because that's important for our viewers.
Yeah. Going to the next school, I was the second smallest one in my year, and I assume that's one of the reasons why I was bullied. So in secondary school, the bigger school, I was bullied as well.
For being tiny,
for being small.
They found it easier to bully you or to snatch your food because you can't fight
little,
back.
yeah, because I was small. And because of that, I went and spent a lot of my time in the library, reading, became a librarian, to keep away from the other children.
The bullying.
So I didn't get bullied. But it still happened.
Did you tell your mum and
No.
your dad?
No.
Why?
Well, I didn't want my dad to come down to the school and threaten the bullies.
Okay.
Because if he did that, there was more of them,
Yeah.
and I knew that he couldn't protect me all day, every day. Because I was there on my own. I had to. It was like I was beginning to grow up in my thinking. I have to find a way to look after myself, because nobody else is going to. You know. However, because of the pressure of that, there was quite a few. There was 3 people I remember definitely who used to push me and kick me around. Even a boy who said he was my friend. One day he got me up against these railings as I was walking home from school, and he headbutted me. This is this lump here. He headbutted in my face.
Someone who came as a friend.
Yeah.
And we have friends who do that.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
They are friends who are like that.
Well, on that day, all the bullying that had happened in the previous bubbled up inside me.
The anger went inside.
And my dad had always told me, don't fight in your school uniform. Right?
So you carried that voice as well.
Yeah, because we didn't have a lot of money as I grew up. We couldn't afford to have 2 school uniforms. I had 1 school uniform, and I couldn't afford to rip it, get it dirty. I had to look after it. So what I had learnt from bullying is self-control, a measure of self-control. So what happened that day was, when this boy did this to me, and he headbutted me, and then they were laughing and saying, oh, I didn't mean it, it was only a mess, and only messing about, and he went off. Something flicked over in my mind. I got changed, found an iron bar, and went looking for him. And if I'd have found him, I believe I would have beaten him up, maybe killed him.
Was it
I was
during school time?
No, this is after school. On the way home from school is when he'd headbutted me. And when I got home, got changed, went into the garage and pulled out a tyre iron, about that long, made of steel. I went to his house first, he wasn't there. I went to the playground, he wasn't there. I roamed the streets looking for him. I was in rage.
Were you the same age?
Yeah, about
Was he older than you?
12.
Both of you are 12 at that time?
Yeah. And I didn't find him.
So what happened to your nose? Did it break?
Here.
Or did it swell at that time?
It swelled up, but ever since then I've had this lump bit here, rather than being straight. So I don't know what happened. Very painful, and it did swell up and go black.
I think I see two important areas where things messed up. Yeah, the bullying was bad and all that, but then oh my God, we're running out of time. Yeah, we'll be quick here. Yeah. What I'm saying is that probably if Mom was always around, she would have noticed that your nose has a problem.
Oh no, she did.
And then Dad, I think Dad wouldn't have dealt with that child the second time, but he would have spoken to the school teacher or the head teacher to say, oh, there's this son who bullied my son, they snatched this and this.
They wouldn't have been able to do that because I wouldn't tell them the truth. When they asked what it was, I just said I banged it.
Was it fear? Yeah, because I remember I was bullied a number of times when I was young. I had a friend who used to bully me around. She was a girl. and she would say things I haven't done. She would report me, and then she would laugh with me, and then I would be beaten at home. And yeah, I had a friend like that, by the way, and I was not able to, because fear. So wrong.
But in a good way, the effect it had was I couldn't find him. I didn't see him over the weekend, but this was at the end of the week.
Oh, you
So
didn't
by
see
the
him.
Monday, I'd calmed down. So then it was just in the past. But then another boy bullied me at school that same week. And again, something clicked in my head. And I went up to him and I hit him as hard as I could.
But the anger wasn't even for that one.
No,
But it's
it was
because of the
from
layers.
all
Those are the layers we've been talking about, that we pile up layers,
yeah.
but the trigger goes off
The last
on
straw.
the
it
latest
just-
person.
Yeah.
You take it on them, and
But the good thing that came for me out of that situation there was he then hit me back and we had a fight.
in a school uniform.
Yeah, at school, in a classroom, in between lessons. But the good thing was, for me at that time, he was one of the biggest bullies. Yeah. Other people saw it, and the bullying stopped. I actually became good friends with that boy. He's called Darren. I found out years later he was bullying because his dad was abusing him at home.
So it's a pattern of things,
See? But I became friends with, after that fight, this boy who was bullying me stopped bullying me, and we became friends. And all the other bullies stopped.
So that means every anger we see in people, anger, temper tantrum, they have a story
There's
behind
something behind it.
Yeah, there's,
Yeah,
because that boy was bullied by the dad, we call it bullying, torturing and whatever, mistreating him. So because he can't hit back the dad,
It
so
goes
the
somewhere
anger
else.
got piled up, so he pours it into someone else.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is very good to understand.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes I tell people who, someone says, oh, I married someone with domestic violence, my husband was violent in the house, this and those stories have their stories behind. People don't just wake up, someone may not believe it, but people don't just wake up one day and become violent. There's always a story behind
It's not reasonable.
That's why we want to publicize this, speak more about it, so to tell someone, if you feel anger, you feel temper tantrum, you may not know where it came from, you may not connect these stories, but it's very important before you go to jail, before you turn into an addict of drugs and whatever, trying to cover up, you're being labeled for coward, please seek help.
And there is a way out, and although we don't have time to go into it now, perhaps in the next session, the change that
because I want us to talk about how did you get over it.
Well, so I'll do that. But this is all before I knew God, you see. So I dealt with it in the best way I could, the only way I knew. And I found that if I was bold and I was violent back first, I could stop it. So then as I carried on growing up and getting older, I found, oh, this is interesting. I don't have to be bullied anymore.
No.
I can stop it. I can even stop it starting, because you get very good at identifying a bully. But
you would even help someone else who is tortured at home to say, report somewhere, say to the social worker.
And you can see that there's a problem going on. But at that time, I didn't care about the bullies. I just wanted them to stop. So I would do, for example, I would do good things and nice things for people, not because I was being nice, but because I found out that if I did nice things for people, they'd leave you alone. And that's not really a good way, but it worked. It was the only way I had. And in that I'm trying to say that even if there's someone who watches you who doesn't know who God is, there are ways to deal with problems that are nothing to do with God. And He's given us those ways and methods to change. When Jesus talks about being changed or transformed by the renewing of your mind, in other words, I will think differently if I think differently. I will act differently if I think differently. That, I believe, that's a principle that anybody can use.
Yeah.
But what I would say is that before I knew God, I was not free.
Yeah.
All I'd done is I'd moved prison cell. I moved from one prison.
Changing prison
Yeah,
cells.
I moved from one
free.
prison that was really tiny, where I was being bullied, into a larger prison where I could do what I wanted to a point, but I still wasn't free.
Including suicidal thoughts.
Yeah. So it just sort of changed direction. The self-destructive quality inside me changed direction. The anger that I had was rechanneled somewhere else. You know, and it was only Jesus who set me free from that.
Yeah. And how long did the journey take to to recovery?
That's an interesting one. I thought I'd recovered. A number of times I thought I'd recovered, but every time a circumstance came, I found out I hadn't recovered. And
it hits the other area, and then the other area comes up again, thinking, okay, it happened. It happens to all of us.
I'm sure many people can identify with that.
We cover up on things, and sometimes as time goes on, you forget about it, thinking you've overcome or you've recovered from it, yet it's been buried. That's why it turns out as temper tantrums, it comes out as competition, low self-esteem, cancer, I mean, any, you know.
If someone presses the button, out it comes.
And then it will triggers it. That's when you know, oh, I didn't get over it.
And I think it takes a work of the Holy Spirit to remove that button.
Yeah, that's what we call emotional healing. Has a connection with the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit. When He hovers over you, gradually this thing melts out. Sometimes it may melt out into pain. Some people even get back to crying when they haven't shed tears for some time. But that's when God has touched that point, that part.
There's much more to say. So thank you for listening to me for this brief session, and I look forward to speaking to you again.